Alors, comment ça va?
Oh, muy bien.
Ça va bien?
Ça va bien? Et toi?
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah.
Bienvenue. Welcome.
Thank you.
How you
Thank you for
doing?
having me. I'm doing awesome, man. How are
Thanks a
you?
lot. Thanks a lot for coming.
Thank you.
It's a big pleasure. So, welcome to Unboxed Exchange. It's a new concept, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
You've been a part of it without even it being started. So,
Awesome.
from the first point, thanks a lot for that. Um, Let us know who you are.
My name is Alp. I'm a dating coach. That's what I do right now at the moment. I've been doing it for a while now. And I basically help men understand the female-male dynamics, and I help them. I hold them their hands, and I help them achieve success in their dating lives. Whether they want a long-term relationship, whether they want to have multiple dates. I help them understand what's going on behind the scenes of the male-female dynamics,
Mm-hmm.
and basically that's what I do right now.
So it's been how long you've been doing it?
I would say over a year now.
Over a year, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you started, I think, in the US.
Yes, I did.
So you were there and you were working there, and then you started this on the side, or how did that start?
So this whole female male dynamics, this
Yeah.
whole dating thing, I just got so interested in that when I was in Israel. I was studying, and basically the reason I got so interested is because I'm always so interested in these methods that I'm a crazy guy. I always have been using these kinds of things, and it's just so interesting to me. And actually I didn't get too many successes with dating.
Okay.
Right?
In your younger life, you mean?
In my younger life,
Yeah.
yes, like 4 or 5 years ago. Like,
Okay.
right, and I was always perceived as like attractive, that I had the good qualities, but I just didn't know how men to female interactions really worked as sexual interactions.
Yeah.
So I got some kind of success, but I just didn't know. Because I'm a perfectionist, right? I always need to know what's going
Yeah.
on. So in my last year of my college life,
Mm-hmm.
I got blown away because I actually watched a YouTube video,
Yeah.
and in that YouTube video, it was a dating coach.
Okay.
It was also a pickup artist, and he was talking about male-female dynamics, and I just got blown away because it was something new to me, and it just clicked.
Yeah.
And by that time, I was reading Jordan Peterson, all that self-help books, but some link was missing,
Yeah.
and I think that thing just, got me thinking in different ways.
Boom.
Boom,
Yeah.
right, boom, and I just got so interested in that, and I said, yes, I'm definitely going to do something about this. I want to help people because I was studying psychology.
Mhm.
I was like, yes, I want to be a psychologist. I want to help people, guys especially. And I said, hey, like I can actually be super helpful if
Exactly.
I actually master this, and I help men understand the dynamics
Yeah.
behind this, because it actually helped me a lot.
Mm-hmm. So it's actually very interesting because I think there's a big lack of knowledge on that subject. I mean, on internet right now, as you say, like the Jordan Peterson, and then there's a few of them who are like really, I would even say Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate is something else.
It's something else, but I mean the goal is kind of same as like masculinity, and I mean it's different than your subject, but it's more like be a man, and then
Yeah.
I'm not in the same views as Andrew Tate, but those kind of personality in the recent years have taken a lot of like public opinion
Mm-hmm.
because there is a lack. Like
Mhm.
when you search online and you just try to, and it's a great thing because you search online, you don't find anything.
No.
You don't.
No, you don't, because CNN, social media, mainstream media, Hollywood, they show us what they show us is not real.
Right.
Male-female dynamics, how people fall in love, Disney especially, and we all, you, me, we all grew up with with these kinds of movies and
Exactly.
cartoons and TV shows, and we're like, oh, this is what it should be like. There should be like one woman for us, and she should be the one.
Mm.
But and this is precisely the problem why men are experiencing problems with dating.
Yeah.
This is the reason.
That's the number one reason.
Yeah, the society that we live in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so how did that process go? So you saw that video, but there's a difference between seeing a video and getting motivated, and then making all your research and then becoming like a real, I would say, dating coach.
Mm-hmm. So it was interesting because I of course I socially experimented a lot of the things that I saw, that I started reading about, and by that time I was actually doing well for myself, not financially because I was studying,
Mm-hmm.
but I did CrossFit. I was always working on myself, on my diet, so everything was on point. And this female male dynamics thing was the missing link, like I said. And then by that time I was talking to my cousins in the US.
Mm-hmm.
He live in New Jersey, they still do. And he was like, oh, you should definitely come to the US. And you know, the American dream. Everyone's like, American dream, okay? And I said, okay, I'm gonna go. And probably at some time I'll be helping guys, you know, with dating. And then I went to the US.
Yeah.
Different things came up, more business
Opportunities.
opportunities,
Mhm.
of course. I started selling on Etsy, Amazon. Hustling, yes. And then Corona started.
Okay.
So I just
Ooh.
stopped with this dating thing because we started flipping houses with my cousin.
Oh wow.
He's really big into real estate.
Okay.
And that was a process. We did that for 2 years.
Okay.
We earned some money. We lost some money. We lost some money on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
A lot of things that I tried. And then in the end, long story short, 3 years passed. I also studied MBA, business analytics,
Okay.
marketing. And then I said, you know, this is not working for me. And I said, hey, there's actually no points in living in the US because why should you?
Yeah.
Like if you're not actually doing like working somewhere,
Yeah.
like a corporate, you don't have a corporate job. Like what is the point in living in the US because it's so expensive.
Exactly.
And they say New York is so expensive.
Yeah.
But like if you go to New Jersey, it's still expensive. Like it's like let's say a bottle of water in New York is $10. Let's say in
Yeah.
New Jersey it's $8.50.
Yeah, it's
so
like
it's like yeah.
there's,
So
there's no big difference.
no big difference. No.
And especially to be able to sustain a life without working in a corporation, in a corporate life, it's clearly impossible. I mean, you really need to have like a big financial background to be able to like sustain a life, because when you think of your business model, it's like you don't have a stable revenue. 1 month is good, 1 month is bad. You don't really, I mean, it's very difficult to see yourself like on 6 months, 1 year, medium, long term.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, also like this is something new for me.
Right.
This is new. Like this TikTok thing, I just recently started posting content on TikTok.
Yeah.
So recently things actually started going my way. So maybe in the future.
Was TikTok the point that made it like go upper level?
Yes, TikTok I would say was the reason I got more interaction, I got more demand, and I my first real clients I would say it was from TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Before that I had a few clients, but I kind of didn't know what I was doing. I knew what I had to do, but I needed more education.
Of course.
I needed to watch more. I needed to read more, learn more. And this TikTok thing was interesting because I knew I had to publish content, because how else should I reach potential clients?
Exactly.
Content. And I knew I was saying, okay, I'll start doing more content. I will eventually start doing content. And then I was researching, and of course, YouTube ads showed me something about a company that teaches coaches on how to earn money. I was like, okay, this looks legit. I gave them a call. We hopped on a sales call, and then this guy is trying to sell me a program.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Like all those programs that we see, right?
Yes.
One type of them to
Yes.
monetize content.
Monetize content. Yes, like not monetize. They weren't really telling me like how to actually earn money.
Okay.
They didn't give me value.
Okay.
Right. It was just like this really big thing on like these coaches like earn like 30K a month just by utilizing this method. I was like, okay, this looks legit. Looks like the thing that I need right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then we hopped on a sales call. Of course, no value was given. He was trying to sell me this program. It was a salesperson, and I just didn't believe in this, right? Okay, this is like, he wanted 3K from me. And I just didn't want to just spend all of that at one go. So I was scrolling on YouTube, of course, and then I saw this dating coach that they were interviewing.
Uh-huh.
And this dating coach was talking about how he was like making a lot of money because of this program. And I said, okay, like he seems like a cool, genuine guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I contacted him on Instagram, and I said, hey, do you want to like mentor me? And we hopped on not a sales call, but like a phone call, like 10 minutes after that. And then I offered him, of course, money in return, and he told me like, oh, I can teach you all these things. And he told me like, you have to publish content on TikTok, and there's a method that you're manually reaching out to clients when they follow you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a specific pattern of messages, like A/B questions, so that you can actually pull some clients and get them into your sales call.
Mm-hmm.
And in the sales call, you just give them value and tell about yourself, what you have been doing, and then see if they want to join the coaching program.
Yeah.
But
the coaching program is legit. Like, it's not bullshit. It's a real coaching program that you're providing, right?
Yes. Because what I believe is that if you want to earn money, you don't have to think that, okay, how can I make this work for myself, but how can I make this work for others? Because when you actually provide value, you actually win money.
Exactly.
That's how it goes. And I'm jumping from subject to subject, but I tried drop shipping, like every other person on this planet. Yeah. And I spent some money on SEO, on website, on building product page, whatever. And I was so convinced. I was in the US. I was so convinced that this was gonna work because everyone is doing this. Yeah. Everyone is earning a lot of money. I was watching these YouTube videos, and I was like, wow, this is actually legit. And then after spending all that money, I didn't actually earn anything. Because it's too good to be true. Right. Why? Because you're not providing value.
Exactly.
Like you're getting this, you're buying this for $5, and then you're selling this for $8, and then why should your clients buy this?
Exactly. Well, because it's possible that there's one at $750 just here, and then there's another one exactly the same at $765 and $745, etc., etc., etc. Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah, but it is actually a concept that works in the real world. I mean, if you go to, let's say, you go to Whole Foods, you would get this for $8. But if you go to ShopRite or Walmart, you can get the same thing for significantly less. Yeah. So it is a real concept. It's branding, right?
Of course.
It is branding. So it makes sense. But also, you're not really providing real value. Yeah. So,
as in, what you're doing is a real value because you're learning yourself from someone. You're learning yourself from experiences that you're having. And then you're putting all that content, all those stuff that you learned into a program that like a coaching program
Mm-hmm.
to people.
Mm-hmm.
It's not empty. I mean,
Yeah.
it has a true value.
Yeah, it has true value because also like the reason it has value because I believe that I help people, and some people it's fine because some people they want help but they can't really do anything. They're not ready to do anything, and it's just mindset for them. It's all about changing the mindset, and the first part of the coaching is changing the mindset. So it's more like a therapy in a sense, and then after changing the mindset we go more into female dynamics, male female dynamics, how attraction is created, and I give some exercises, whether it be just walk up to someone and ask for the nearest Starbucks. It's just building those reference experiences, and then while building those reference experiences is also very important to understand what's going on behind creating attraction.
Yeah.
So it's all new things after that.
I feel that there's so many factors that are like involved into dating in general, and that it's a great thing because I guess like I didn't go through the program. It would be really nice, but I guess it's like step by step. Take the first step, and then the second step, and then the third step. Because I believe that what the biggest fear of all those guys out there, and we're part of them, is that how am I gonna go in, because we always see like the final goal. The final goal, if it's getting married or it's hooking up or just whatever, like going to the cinema, having a coffee. All those final goals are what appears to your in your imagination when you see someone that you want to approach.
Yeah.
But you don't see the process.
Yes, you see the end result, and that's, I think, one of the bad things about society right now, because everyone just sees what's happening at the end of it. Oh, I have a yacht, I have this, I have a lot of money, I'm going on trips, and then people actually make money out of this.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, like you want to have this lifestyle, just pay $3,000. Like the program that I was on a sales call with. And that is the reason precisely people are making a lot of money.
Yeah. Because people buy that.
Yeah, people buy that. People buy the end result. They don't buy the process.
Yeah.
But it's not about the end result. It's about the process, because even people who get super successful, they love the process. They don't like the end result.
Yeah.
And it's something that, I have a few friends that a few smart friends, and they always talk about how, we can work on this idea, this amazing idea, and we can actually earn a lot of money. And the thing that some of these guys are lacking is, it's not about the end result, it's about how you get there.
Yeah.
Because after you get there, like what do you want to do? Like just leave it? Just drink martinis all day? It doesn't work like that. So you actually have to get in, I think, at least you have to fall in love with the process. Whatever you do, it might be drop shipping, it might be shooting podcasts, which is quite fun.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you.
And you just have to fall in love with it and forget about money. You just provide value all the time.
Yeah. Without thinking about too far, just like the process.
Yes. And then money comes along the way.
So how would you use that example into dating? Like, what's that process that the guys should be liking?
It's the process that the guys should be liking is, I would say, getting better.
All right.
Getting better all
As
the
a
time.
person.
As a person, yes.
Yeah.
Getting better as a person. And it's hard, it's difficult, because sometimes realizing that some things that we were being told is wrong.
Yeah.
It's a tough pill, it's a hard pill to swallow, it's a big pill to swallow, but in the end, when they actually understand what's going on, and it's also, a lot of these guys have anxiety, confidence issues, and when I say something like, this is how it works, you should go and say this to a girl, they're like, oh, like this is very rude. They think like that because we've been socially conditioned into thinking like, oh, like women are, we should put women on pedestals, and treat them as our queen, as princesses, even if we're not dating them. And if we actually act in this manner towards them, then they will like us, because it's all logic, right?
Yeah.
If I give a girl what she wants from me, then she will give what I want from her, right? Logic. It's like business logic.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
give me $5, I'll give you the glass.
Exactly, but it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Because it's all emotional. But it's normal for us guys to think like that because we're business minded. We work logically.
Yeah.
So when girls tell us, like, I fall in love with guys who get me flowers, tells me that I'm beautiful, all these good stuff, we actually go ahead and try to do those, and then we fail miserably, and then we say, okay, like, I did everything that I was supposed to do, but it just didn't work. Like, what happened? Like, am I their problem?
Exactly.
I am their problem. And they get into depression. They like start doubting themselves. And this was precisely the thing that I had trouble with.
Okay.
Yes.
Even yourself as a person.
As a person, yes. High school, college especially, yes.
Yeah.
And I thought that I was just doing everything that I was supposed to do, but it just didn't work.
Yeah, the end result wasn't there.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, I knew something was off. Like, something was off. Like, I'm being a gentleman. Like, my friends as well. Like, they're doing all these things that we're supposed to do, but it's just not working.
Yeah. Do you feel maybe it's about the society, how the society pushes us to interact like that, and at the same time that's not how it should work?
Yes, it's social conditioning. It's mostly the feminine imperative that we're living in today.
Mm-hmm.
And some people label this as toxic masculinity, but
Mm-hmm.
toxic masculinity is a concept that is just very vague. Like, it's all out in the clouds. Like, what is toxic masculinity? And toxic masculinity is something that doesn't fit the feminine imperative. So that's why they call it toxic masculinity. And whatever you do should fit in the feminine imperative, should serve women. And when we think like that, we just don't get and it's just I understand why they're pushing this onto us, because it actually benefits the society as a whole. Like, us serving a woman, it feminizes the society, feminizes men, makes men more compliant.
Yeah, of course.
So it just makes it easier for the government and all the governmental structures to shape us as a society.
Yeah.
Especially after the World War II, right?
Yeah. To be honest, it's crazy because it's a very difficult concept, and it's a very difficult subject to, like, first of all, aboard. Because whenever you start talking about it, you're, like, as you say, labeled directly as a toxic masculine person. Secondly, it's very broad and vague, as you say. Like, we're talking about emotions.
Yeah.
Like, how is it possible to, like, kind of structure emotions in order to understand? You can't structure emotions. Your emotions, her emotions, it's all different.
It is. But it's not mostly about emotions, because when you say emotions, it's interesting, because in this aspect, emotions is attraction, right? Attraction. So how attraction is created is actually there's a system behind it. There's a structure behind it. And that's precisely the reason what I do, or being a dating coach, actually works, because there's a system behind it. Because attraction is actually not a choice. Women don't say, okay, I met this guy, he has all these good qualities about him, I am actively deciding right now that I am going to be attracted to this guy. It doesn't work like that.
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling. It's all emotions.
It's on and off, and
yes, it's all emotions, and there's a reason behind that. Like, you can actually do the things as a man that creates attraction, and the girl has no other choice but to become attracted to.
Okay, so it is actually structural.
It is structured. And that is precisely the reason I actually wanted to do this for guys,
Yeah.
because for women, there's actually so much potential with a woman.
Yeah.
And I know that there's more money because a lot of dating coaches who were dating coaches for men actually said, okay, like if I get to the girls market, women's market, there's a lot more money.
Whole new level.
Oh wow, like this, because now the thing about women and guys is that women are so much more prone to spend a lot of money than guys, because guys always think twice, like, should I actually be spending this money? Is this guy ripping me off? But women, it's the reason it's actually easier and not harder, because it's not so much structured.
Mm-hmm.
Because women can change a lot in terms of attraction. Like they can't really, they can go to the gym, take care of themselves, maybe a few things that they can do better to get guys attracted to them. But the attractiveness of a girl is 80% looks and 20% of, like 90% looks and 10% of character.
Mm-hmm.
But with guys, it's something different, much more different. It's like 20-30% looks and like 70% of whatever's left.
Left, yeah, and the left is separated in many different, I would say, categories, right? It would be smartness, and then it would be like how he acts, and then it would be like how he behaves with other people, the way he talks, and all that. I think that women are much more, as you say, like like search into details. For us guys, it's just
Mm-hmm.
white, black.
White, black. Well, yeah. When it comes to guys, it's more of like what we provide,
Exactly.
not just financially. Well, if you have a lot of, if you're very stable, if you have a yacht, if you have 5 BMWs and 2 Ferraris, then it means you're doing well for yourself. But not because you have Ferraris and you can take that girl with you in your Ferrari. No, because it tells about something about you.
Mm-hmm.
It tells that, okay, this guy is successful, this guy is kicking ass in life, so I can actually feel good with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And attracted.
And attracted, yes, that's why. It's not because you have a Ferrari, it's because of what that Ferrari conveys. Wow, this guy is kicking ass. That's what it conveys.
Wow, that's a whole new perspective of like looking at the subject.
Yeah. It's a deep subject, really.
Yeah, it is. It's like you could.
Yeah.
I mean, you could. I feel that there's so many subject in the subject.
Yes.
That like you could dissolve, and then you could talk about this, and then you could talk about that, and then you could talk about this, and then it's still not like
Yeah, you can't just cover 100%.
Right.
But it's mostly about also, like I said, providing emotions, like positive emotions in a girl. Because if you provide positive emotions in a girl, then she's going to be attracted to you, because women love more opportunistically,
Mm-hmm.
and men love more idealistically.
Okay.
Okay, so for example, if you put 10 men and 10 women in an island, and you put them, at different places, what are the men gonna do? They're gonna go, okay, what can we do? They're gonna build huts. They're gonna go and see how they can actually survive. They're gonna collect water. They're gonna go hunt,
Hunting, yeah.
especially, yeah. They're gonna make fire. And what are the women gonna do?
Take care of the men.
No, but they're in different places. The
No,
women,
I mean this is like the big. I mean it's the big. How do you say, like man work, woman
Yeah.
take care of the woman. I know it's not that, but
yeah, but the women are gonna find the men, and then they're gonna be with the men,
yeah,
and live in the huts
Uh-huh.
that they made,
yeah.
that they created, and eat the whatever they hunted,
Mhm.
and copulate with them, have sex with them,
Yeah.
and it benefits the men as well. It's not like women are taking advantage of us. No, this is nature, and it's so interesting because don't forget what you want to say.
Yeah, sure.
But it's interesting because women actually are better survivalists. Why?
Really?
because if you put a man and a woman, have you watched Naked and Afraid?
I think I saw like a trailer or something, but I'm not sure about it. I think it's like two random a guy and a woman, and then they're dropped in like a
In an island or whatever.
yeah, in the
It's
wild,
crazy.
and they're naked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then they're like, okay, survive for 20 days. What happens is the guy always falls sick. He's like, oh, I'm feeling so bad. I got sunburnt. I got, and then the woman is like, what is wrong with this guy? Why? Because,
dude, we're gonna die. What kind of sunburn are you talking about? Like,
yeah, exactly.
priorities.
Right? But the guy's like whining. I need to eat something, and the woman is just chilling. He's like, she's fine.
Yeah.
Why? Because when you put 10 women and 10 guys in an island, the guy has to do something. He has to work. He has to, build huts and hunt and, do all these things. But the woman should, God gave this to women because they have to actually survive. Because they can't do the things that guys are doing. They build huts and they're not strong. They can't go ahead and hunt.
Yeah.
So they actually have to survive and find these guys and not die.
And not that, finding those guys.
But us guys actually we have to do something in order to survive, and maybe God did that deliberately.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you want to survive, if you want to not feel like shit, you have to actually do something. You have to actually go ahead and build some huts.
Which is,
and then you actually earn these women.
Yeah.
And it's the same exact dynamic right now that's
right now, right? Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, it's the same dynamic, just it's not huts, it's buildings and yachts and cars and work your ass off.
Yeah.
Get a result, and then with the result, the top tier, because that's the point that I think with women, the biggest difference with women and guys is that if you're a woman, you're not specially gonna have difficulties dating someone, or like hooking up with someone, or finding someone for the night, or finding someone to get married.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a guy, though, it's much more difficult.
Yeah.
Like, the ratio is I don't know. I saw something one day about it. I don't remember. I think it was about Tinder or Bumble. Like, the top tier guys and the top tier woman, the difference between getting swiped right or left for a guy or for a woman was crazy. Like, you had to be in the top tier guy to be swiped right more than 50%, but 80% of the woman or 90% of the women were being swiped right.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's not only on Tinder. Like, women always have sex. They don't have any problems, right?
Exactly.
And there's a saying, like, women are never single. They're talking to someone, they're getting attention, and what they want is basically attention because they want to know that they're pretty. And guys, on the other hand, top 10%, 20%, 10% of guys actually get with the woman. And the 80% of guys cannot pass on their genes.
Are you serious?
Yes. Well, I read this somewhere. I actually was listening to a podcast yesterday, so I don't know if this is true, but it just makes sense.
Okay.
It just makes sense because the top 20% of guys actually get with women, and it just makes sense because women are just how can I put it in words? They're more valuable in this society.
Of course, yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because you can't replace. If you get 50 guys and 50 women in an area.
Yeah.
What's more logical? To let's say lose 50% of the women, or the 50% of the guys, of the men. Of the men. Why? Because men can actually copulate with those remaining 25 women, and then they can make babies, and then the tribe can survive.
Yeah, it's basic logic, actually.
Yes.
It's not masculinity. It's not toxic masculinity.
Yeah,
it's
this
just
is basic logic.
Yeah, basic logic, and it's giving value to the woman. It's like,
yeah,
there's only one woman. You can't divide it. A guy, you can divide him.
Yeah,
technically.
yeah. I mean, the guy can go ahead and impregnate like hundreds of women,
Yeah,
but a single woman can only get pregnant like 10 times, maybe if she's lucky, like
yeah,
2 times in general.
yeah.
And that is actually the reason we're being conditioned into thinking that women are more valuable.
It's crazy. I mean, the best example I think is, I don't know if you know the guy who has the most the largest genes. So the guy who made the most babies actually.
Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That story is
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
The guy has, I don't know, like thousands and thousands and thousands of descendants.
Yes. I think everyone in Asia has a gene of Genghis Khan.
Yeah. Do you know the story of that time or?
I kind of do, but not in depth.
Okay. I read also something, and I don't. Maybe we read the same thing, but it was like he would just copulate with every single woman. So you make the math.
Yeah.
Like,
I think he has like 1,000 kids on record.
Yeah. Yeah. Imagine making, I don't know how, like, there's a year, 360 days. You just take half of the year kids. Let's say 150 kids per year.
Mhm.
10 years, 1,500 kids.
Yes. And it's
Boom.
just on record, like 1,000 kids. Like God knows like how many other kids he has.
Right. That's the craziest story, and that's actually, I mean, I like that example because it shows how different we are.
Mm-hmm.
We're equal. I think there's a big problem in the society that people don't understand difference between equal and being different. It's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
We have the same rights,
Mm-hmm.
but we're completely different people.
Yes, men and women.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Like, guys, the top 90% of guys, give them a hammer and they're going to go in and, you know, hit the walls.
Yeah.
But women, it's much more complex.
Yes.
I always give the example of man is like a Cessna, you know, the plane, Cessna.
Yeah.
And then women's are like Boeing 747 something.
Mm-hmm.
Cessna, you put the key, you turn,
Yes.
put the gas, and it goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boeing, you have
It's
to.
like everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it, but I don't
Yeah.
know. The women have to know that we love them, that without them we wouldn't be here, that we need them to live, but they have also to understand that we're different.
We are different. Yes, we are different. And right now, the society that we're living in is pushing us the idea that we're equal. We are equal, and we should be equal in terms of the law, but it doesn't mean that we're equal biologically. So
Exactly.
when women say, and I'm sure you heard that as well, when women say like, why shouldn't I just copulate, have sex with as many guys as I can, and because guys are doing that as well. So
Exactly.
it doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
Because us guys can actually have sex with a lot of women and not get pregnant.
Yep.
But a woman is something else. You have actually a big investment. You're investing. When you become pregnant, you're investing in that baby. That baby is going to be your life. You're going to take care of that, and that is precisely the reason we're living as a society. We're moving our genes as Homo sapiens.
Right.
But if you just say, I can be with as many men as I possibly can, and right now it makes sense because they actually can, and there's birth control pills,
Right.
and there are condoms. So it's kind of like it makes sense, but also it doesn't make sense because it makes pair bonding so much more difficult for a woman. Because if you or I or any guy, like we have sex with like hundreds of women, of course it's gonna change our mindset a little, but it's not really going to make things worse for us.
Yeah.
But if women go ahead and have sex with a lot of guys, it's gonna make a lot of things different for them.
For them and for her.
For their psychology.
For their psychology, yeah.
Psychologically, they're gonna be, they're not gonna value themselves as much, and then when they actually decide to hop in a marriage,
Yeah.
they're gonna have a lot of trouble pair bonding with their husbands.
Yeah. I feel it's also about like consumption, as we are always, now pushed to consumptions for anything. Like just ads everywhere. Everybody like pushes you to buy and then buy.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of same with actually dating. Like for women, it's like, and for men, by the way. But like, I want to consume.
Yes.
But that's not the purpose. Like, why would you? Because it we talked about value. You lose value. I always give the comparison of like women's being diamonds. It's like very rare, and then it's like, and then we are the one shaping the diamond, I would say.
Okay, that's an interesting analogy. So, women are the diamonds.
Yeah.
And we're the one shaping the diamond. Okay, so the society that we're living in actually portrays that. So this is the society that we're living in. We have to take care of women, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm not hating on women. Women are important.
Exactly.
And there's a reason behind it. Like I said, if you have like 50 men and 50 women, you would actually rather have half of the men killed, because you need women to pass on your genes, and we societally conditioned into thinking that. For example, like when the Titanic was going down, what did they say?
Women's and children first.
Yes. And it makes sense, because we need to keep our genes going. Like kids, of course, like we need kids, and then we need a woman because we need kids, right? I mean, men are easy to find.
Yeah. 100 women with kids, one guy. 100 women with kids, one guy.
Yeah, one guy. Exactly. That works.
There was always one guy on the boat.
Yes.
He was the one driving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the...
That guy was providing something. Like
exactly.
He was providing the boat, like the action, the move.
Yeah. Safety.
Safety, yes.
Because everybody would be like, oh, there's someone who is responsible. There's a guy there. He's taking care of it. We'll live.
Yes, taking care
same
of it.
And all the same thing as you said. Like,
yeah.
They're there in the hut, and then he's gonna go and hunt. He'll bring back some fish.
Yeah. So us guys are kind of disposable.
Yeah.
We're disposable. Like, if we go, like if I go, or if you go, I'm pretty sure like society is gonna do not better with us. I'm not gonna say that, but it's gonna do fine. I hope. I hope
if we could stay for a little more, it would be great.
Yeah.
But what could you advise if people watch us, and like what would be your advice to guys? How could they improve their dating skills?
Well,
what's the number one? I mean, obviously, I'm gonna link your profile, and I think you have a website with like questions, and
I
you
have
have
a quiz,
like a whole quiz and stuff like that. So guys, go and take it. But what would be the number one thing that you would advise to guys to that like do this? Start by doing this.
Okay. Interesting. So the number one would be something very that you can just hear it anywhere. Work on yourself, because us as men, we are providers. So if you can't actually provide something to this world, don't expect to get something in return. What is the word? I always forget that word. Entitled. We're living in an entitled world. Us as men, we shouldn't be entitled. Women are entitled. Yes, they can be because they're women. But if we want to feel entitled to something, we have to be entitled to work and providing value. And the second thing I would say is more about dating, like just more pinpointing about dating is don't give women everything that they want. That would be like my golden advice if I have to give like one advice, because the society is giving women enough of what they want.
Right.
And when we give actually women what they want, they're like, oh, okay, I got you. So I don't really have to worry about you. I'm not really feeling challenged, so I'm pretty sure I can do better than you. So when a woman wants something from you, like, don't be like, I'm not gonna give you that, girl, because I'm a powerful man. No, think about it. Like, turn it into a game.
Okay.
Like, why do you want it so bad? Like, why should I give this to you?
Make it a bit complicated.
Make it a bit complicated, because it's not about. It's about emotions. It's about initiating that, in creating those right emotions in the girl. So if you can actually create those emotions, it's just gonna work in your favor.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So hold the bait and then take back the bait.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
In French, we have a very famous dicton. It's like a saying, and it goes, "Fuis-moi, je te suis. Suis-moi, je te fuis."
Yeah.
In English, it would be something like, "Run away, and then I'll come behind you running," and then I'll run away, and then you'll come behind me running.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is a great saying, by the way. And the reason I'm saying this, like, don't give, is because, well, if a woman wants something from you, first of all, you have value.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something to give, even if it's like something very, very basic. And a lot of these guys who's having trouble, like on TikTok as well, like they're doing everything right.
Okay.
Like, they're high value guys, like they have their financials going, they're going to the gym, they're like doing everything okay, perfect in some sense, but they're just missing one link, and that's just not giving them out freely.
Wow.
So just because, like, it's so interesting, like just one video, sometimes like guys have everything going on perfectly, but they're just missing one thing.
Yeah.
And that's just not selling them for free, not giving them out for free. And the people are just sending texts to me on DMing me on TikTok and saying that, like, just one video just actually helped them get a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And they're just very like, thank you for telling me this.
That's amazing.
And it just blows me away. But just one thing, just one advice.
Yeah. That they followed, and that they're like,
yeah,
I tried it.
Yeah, I tried it.
Worked.
It worked. Yeah, because they're like, oh, I have value. Like, women actually want that from me.
Yeah.
And I actually don't sell it to them and just make them qualify themselves first. And then, like, why should I give this to you? Like, what else have you got going for you? And when they hold that frame, it just changes everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty amazed and surprised that there's that much like guys who are having trouble at the top of the. I mean, someone who has his financial and who has like everything going well for him should be doing well. Like even you would imagine that in his dating life would be like peanuts.
Yeah, peanuts. It is actually peanuts because they have a lot of value. But when these guys, or very successful guys who have yachts, when they are like, okay, like, you deserve this girl, you deserve this, like, whoever they have sex with, they're like, okay, get into my life, you deserve this yacht, you deserve to be in this Ferrari. The girls are like, okay, like, this is easy for me, I can actually do a lot better.
Boom.
Yeah.
Lost. It's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of psychology, and it's great that you're doing that, because I feel that there's a big there's a big area.
Yes, it is a huge area.
But as you said, like, about coaching with like dating, giving coaching advice, dating advice, for men and for women, I feel that it's a completely different thing, because women, you don't really need to give them like a coach. You said, you remember that, like, the dating coach, like dating coach for women, I mean, it's much more, I don't want to say easy, but
for a woman.
Yeah.
For a woman, it's interesting because even if you don't give value as in like real tips, if you actually have a conversation with a woman and not give her enough value, but just initiate her emotions, you're actually giving value. Because value for women is different from what a value is for men. Yeah. If you're actually having an emotionally loaded conversation with a woman and actually being more of a therapist than a dating coach, then that woman, that girl, is going to actually be happy, and she will think that she got value, which is true. But if you coach men and not give enough value, and you're not actually having success, material success, then they won't be truly happy. It's
I mean, it's crazy. It's a whole.
Yeah.
It's like, you drop a bomb and then you're like, your whole brain is thinking like,
Yes, exactly.
you know, like,
That's why I love this.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, holy shit, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah.
Um, well, how has dating been doing for you? Like, how as a person, like,
I've been dating
now you're in a long-term relationship,
long-term
I know,
relationship.
and then, like,
Yes, long-term relationship. It's been going well. It's been going pretty well. I would say it's mostly because she's acting like a she, I'm acting like a him. So we both love each other,
Yeah.
especially, of course. And it's going pretty well. What
I
can
talked
say?
about it the other time, and I said, like, you guys have such a strong bond between you guys.
Mhm.
Like, you're not like a normal, I would say, couple that you see,
Mhm.
but you guys have a super strong bond,
Mhm.
and it's something like the bond is something you can't really explain, and you
Mhm.
can't really say, oh, it's because of this or because of that,
Mhm.
but you can see it that there's a really strong bond.
Mhm.
And I think that it's also because you as a man, and thanks to all that stuff you learned,
Mhm.
you know how to interact into your like love life.
Yes, exactly. But it's not more of a technique anymore. Like in the beginning, when I was taking girls out on dates, it was more of like a technique.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I have to act in such way. And I was like, I was like, you know the term red pill?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Getting red pilled.
Yeah.
Like I was in that period of my life, and I was like, oh, like I can't actually believe women are like that. And it just came naturally to me, like acting in certain ways, and
Mhm.
now it's just how I accept women as.
Yeah.
Like they're not the diamonds that we're believed to be, but I actually understand their strategy because it just makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just, and also it makes sense for the society to be like, you know, you have to take care of women. You know, it makes sense for that too.
Yeah.
But I think the caveat to that is just to slip away from that thought, that societal thought, and say, okay, how can I make this work for myself?
Well, how has she reacted to you being like a dating coach?
Interesting. So I've had this question a lot
Yeah, I guess
from my
so.
clients as well.
Yeah.
Like because they were like what is your girlfriend like telling like all these advice, and some are like labeled as toxic advice. Because some content that I publish on TikTok is actually to get attention, to get haters, because it doesn't matter if you get haters, it's just engagement, right?
Right.
So, and nothing I say in my TikTok channel is wrong. Everything is correct.
It's more the perception, how you.
It is how you say it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not what you say it.
Exactly.
It's how you say it.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Andrew Tate, yes, he's correct in a lot of things. A lot of the things he's saying, but the way he says it is just disrespectful in a way. So not disrespectful, but it is labeled as disrespectful, and some is actually, and that is the reason he's getting a backlash, and he actually has a lot of fans.
Right.
So that is precisely the reason. And when I come back to your question, of course, my girlfriend was kind of baffled in the beginning. Like, she was like, "Wow, I can't believe you're saying this. Is this the way you actually got me attracted?" And I said, "Yeah."
That is so good.
So yeah.
Like, yeah, it's maths. I mean, I did 2 + 2 = 4, and then this is what happened.
Yeah, exactly. Because 2 + 2 is not 5, like society is telling us.
Yeah, it's 4.
Yeah, it is 4.
And I did my research. I know it's 4, so
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. But now, right now, it's not as a technique. I'm not doing it as a technique. It's just, you know how they say we don't understand women.
yeah.
Like it is impossible to understand women. This thinking is the reason us as guys are kind of confused.
Yeah.
Because we're like, okay, society is telling us to do this, but when I actually go ahead and apply what I learned from society, I'm not really having success. So what is going on here? I don't understand the women.
Yeah.
But it's actually, they're quite easy to understand,
Yeah.
because it's all emotions. It's all there is a sexual motivation behind that. So I guess Freud was right to a sense.
Yeah.
And when you actually understand that, it just everything falls into place and it all makes sense.
And she supports you now into doing all that? Yeah.
Yes, she does.
That's a great thing.
Yeah.
That's a really great thing. Like, it's the most, I think for a guy, it's the most important thing. Like, maybe it's also something about like psychology about how man and woman functions and works. I think that as a man, you want to have that approval from your, I don't want to say your woman or your lady, but from the person you love.
Yeah.
You want to have that emotional support and like, yeah, go for it. I'm with you, you know, like.
Yeah, you want to have that support from, you want to have that support not from your girlfriend, from your friends, from your family, but sometimes you can't have that support.
Yeah.
And you just have to support yourself.
Right.
You just have to have that motivation because, especially right now, the thing you're doing as well, the thing I'm doing, it's something that not everyone is doing, right?
Right.
You're like, no one is doing podcasts. Like I actually, besides my mentor, I actually know one other dating coach, and I actually don't have a lot of dating coaches around me. I wish I did.
Yeah. There's not enough content, you mean?
Yeah, not enough support in that sense. Like, of course,
okay,
everyone's supporting me, but like there is a loneliness factor to it.
Yeah.
So as much as my girlfriend or someone else actually can support me, they actually can't understand what's going on. So it's more of like a mental battle.
Okay.
Yeah.
With yourself.
With myself. No, I would not say mental battle, but like that motivation aspect is not easy.
Of course. Because
a lot of people struggle with, and me too, like when you're actually doing something by yourself, you need to get disciplined.
Of course. Yeah.
Not everyone can do that.
Right.
But if you're actually working for somewhere, you work 9 to 5, you have bosses on top of you, so you have no choice but to finish that work.
Yeah. And the work is being given by someone. That's the biggest thing.
Yes.
No one is coming in the morning and tell you, hey, I'll move your ass up and then go do that research, go start editing and take your videos, because the people don't realize the amount of work that there is behind the cameras.
Yes.
Like even for you, I'm sure it's the same.
Yes, I just saw you over here, like all these lights, all these cameras. It is work.
It's
like
work.
No one came to you and say, Evangelist, like you have to do this.
Exactly.
Like, this light goes here, that light goes there, and then 3 cameras now.
Yeah. So it's just by trying, and then you see how you're gonna be the first actually guest with 3 cameras, so you can feel pretty excited about it.
I'm excited about that. Yeah.
You know, when we have special guests, we always like.
Thank you.
It's been like an hour.
An hour. Okay.
Thank you so much again for coming. I'm still researching, like, me as a as a personal podcaster, I would say, or like content provider. What's the right amount of time? Because I've been doing 1.5 hour, 1 hour 40 minutes, and then I did one of 1 hour and 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. With you now, it's gonna be an hour, and I'm also researching. Like I'm gonna see like how is it going. Now it's a research period for me.
Yeah,
so.
I know. I think 1 hour is a sweet spot. I was listening to a podcast a few weeks ago, and then they were like at the 1 hour mark, they were like, oh, like we passed the 1 hour mark, so we should stop here. And then they just continued for 3 more hours because I think the conversation was so good.
It is.
Yeah.
Like literally now I could keep on going and talking with you for like there's like so much subject we could go ahead and then talk about.
Yeah. But like 1 hour is a sweet spot.
It's a sweet spot, yeah. But it's really difficult to finish it.
Yeah, it
like
is.
I remember with my dad, the first guest of my podcast, he came here and then we couldn't finish.
Yeah.
Like even before I told him, hey, let's try to keep it short, like, and then we just look and it was like 1.5 hour. Holy shit. All right. Like, all right, we gotta cut it. Well, I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
In your general life.
Uh-huh.
You're a very good dude of mine, so it's not a random person.
Uh-huh.
I thank you so much for coming and spending time with us today.
Thank you for having me. I wish you all the best with this podcasting. I hope it blows up. It's gonna blow up.
I hope so. Let's see. Let's try to provide just good content to people, and then
Exactly.
and then we'll see from there where it goes.
Exactly.
Have a great one.
You too.
Thank you guys for watching, if you have been watching, and then please come back. Come back whenever you want. We'll be waiting for you.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah. You come back, I meant.
I'll come back.
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
They come back
Them
in a-
too. They should come back too.
Yeah, you guys come back too. Like, I don't know, I still couldn't figure out like the follow me and all that stuff,
Follow
like,
me. Hit the plus icon for more. That's what I say.
Exactly. Thank you for making my publicity.
Yeah.
Thank you, dude.
Thank you.
Have a great one.
You too.
Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
Bye, guys.